Hello guys, happy Thursday. Today is September 27th. Yesterday was September 26th, so I had my Disney College Program character performer audition yesterday. Woo! It was really fun, and now I'm going to tell you my experience at it. So what happened first was I came home the day before because my school is about 2 hours away from the audition location. It was in my hometown. And I drove home the night before and I stayed at my house and then got ready at 8 o'clock in the morning and I got there at 10. The audition didn't really start until its check-in I think was at 10:30 to 11, one of those times, and I probably went into the studio around 10:30 to 10:45, and then I got my number, which was number 19. It was a good number. Put that back on my laptop. Sorry if I have my laptop here. It's for notes. I wrote down everything that happened yesterday. So, as I said, I got my number 19, and then they let us into this one studio. It was like a holding area basically as people were coming in to get their numbers and check in. And then one of the casting directors came in and he said, everyone pull out your phones, go get your phones, pull them out. We are going to sign you in so you can actually do the audition. So basically he leads you to a Google Doc for each audition, and you put your name, your last name, your number, your email, your phone number, just basic information like that to continue with the audition. Oh my gosh. Okay, there was about, I think, 57 or so people at my audition, which was it was not that much. So I was really happy that it was such a low number, because I was like, that's pretty cool. So he cut it in half, so 1 through 30 went into the main dance room to learn the parade dance, and the parade dance is really easy. You do four counts of stepping, marching, and then you did a jazz square, and then you did a grapevine, and then you did a 3-step turn. So it was not hard and it was not difficult at all. Anyone who doesn't have rhythm can do it. So we learned that, and then they're like, okay, now imagine your favorite character, excluding princesses, so Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Goofy, 7 dwarfs, besides Sleepy. You can probably do Peter Pan. You can do anyone basically, and you're going to pretend you're that character, embody them, and you're going down Main Street. And now you have to be waving at everyone that's on the sides of you and in front of you, and you have to use different levels. So you can be someone you can crouch down and they can be right here, or they can be really far away. So you're trying to really wave at them and jump. And so that was before the parade routine. So we practiced the parade routine a couple times. We practiced the waving and our character once or twice, and then it was time to perform it for the casting director. So we lined up in four lines, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on, so forth. So I was number 19, so I was probably in the 4th or so group, and you kind of just went across the floor, and so you did it to music. It was I think it was Africa by Shakira, and you have probably 10 to 20 seconds of being your character, and they said they want you to be super animated with it so that the casting director can immediately tell who you are as a character and there's no confusion or anything. So we did that. You did your 10 to 20 seconds of being a character. I was Pluto, by the way, so I had my paws out, and I was waving at people, and then I was literally licking the air. I was that, because I was I want people to see that I'm a dog, and so I'm getting on different levels. I'm hi there, and then at the end I take the ears and I'm this, because sometimes Pluto will do that, or he'll cover his eyes. So I was Pluto, and then they're okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you do your parade routine about 3 times in a row. And so I'm over here, I'm smiling, I'm hey, whoa. It was really fun, it really was. And then after that, he made his first and only official cut. So he cut it down in half to about 16 people. So he went from 30 to 16. So after the first cut, they led us back into a different waiting room, so that the second group of 30 or so could come and learn the parade routine and the little animation activity. While we were in the second holding room, we kind of all got to know each other more. We did like, what's your name, what's your school, what's your major, if you got accepted, and like if you did, what's your job. So that was really fun. I got to get to know some great people. We took group pictures. So that was really awesome. So I have that and I'll insert it here. And then we like exchanged Snapchats and some Facebook and Instagram, so we're all trying to follow each other. And actually someone from the Michigan Audition made a Snapchat group with everyone. So people who are at least in my like 16 are in our little Snapchat group. So that's really fun. After a while of waiting for the second group to be done, they brought us back into the main like dance room. And we like filled out paperwork, so that's like your name, what's your age, where are you from, what program you're doing, have you worked for the Disney company before, do you have any tattoos or piercings, just like basic information like for that, like what's your shoe size and your eye color. And then after that, once we finished filling out the information, we gave our sheets back to them so that they could take our height. And don't worry, they do not do Disney height. Trust me, like it's a standardized hospital doctor's office measuring scale. They said they're like, there's no such thing as Disney height. We measure what your actual height is. We got it from like a medical supply company, so don't worry. I was like, okay, cool. I mean, I knew like the range of my height. It changes, it fluctuates depending on like who's taking it, so I was like, okay, that's fine. So they measured me at 65.5, which is about 5 feet 5.5 inches. So I was like, okay, that's a good range. You know, I'm in like princess height, so I can do like characters, I can do princess characters, you know, that's a standardized height. Started learning our dance. Well, first we learned our animation, which was cutting down a Christmas tree, which was really fun because they set up the whole scene. They're like, we're practicing our Christmas parade. So in honor of that, that's why we're doing cutting down a Christmas tree. The animation was different from what I expected it to be. From when I first started it, I was like, I'm putting on my coat, you know, we're putting on a boot. No. By the end of it, when I performed for the casting director, I was like, yeah! And I put it around my back, yeah! And then I took my boot and I went, phew, and I kicked my leg out. So you really get into it and you try and be as big as you can, which is what they want. They really want you to be animated so that they can see that you can do it. So after we learned the animation, we practiced it a couple times. We did it for each other to get ideas from everyone. We started learning our harder dance. This is where they split the boys off from the girls because I think they had a different dance from us. And we learned our 8/8 count dance. Now this dance is a little bit more difficult than the parade routine because it actually like has like a rhythm and a flow to it, but it was not extremely difficult. I think the most difficult part was the end with the counts and how it was laid out. If you're not a dancer, don't worry, you can definitely pick up this routine. They say the hardest part of the routine is a batma kick and a single pirouette. But I think the hardest part about the batma kick was because it's done on the left leg. You kick up your left leg instead of your right. And since most people are righties, that was the difficult part, for at least for me. And then if you cannot do a pirouette, don't worry. They allow you to just hold in passe and then do your ending pose. So we learned the dance, we practiced it a couple times, we practiced it with music, and then they moved us into a different dance studio so that they can do like auditions basically for your casting director one at a time. So they did sets of 4 again, and I think it was like 15, 17, 18, and 19 that went with me. So it was 2 girls who I met that day and then my friend Becky and I, and we all performed it together. So when you go into the room, you have your casting director there. His name was Kent. He was really, really nice. And you perform the routine. So you do your routine twice, and then you do your animation once. So if you mess up your first time on your routine, you have a second time to make it better. Or if you did really well your first time, then you have your second time to make it even better. Or, you know, change up what you're doing, make it stronger. And then you have your animation. And by the end of the time, I went so hard on my animation that today my back hurts. Like, it hurts so bad. I could not even pick up my backpack today at school. It was great though. So after we performed the dance, he was like, not Brittany, Rebecca, can you please stay back? Afterwards, I have to like ask you a couple questions or something like that. The casting director did say that he might ask a couple people back, and this can include like maybe reading lines, taking your height again, asking about tattoos, asking about any special skills. Maybe they might record you doing the dance. It's like a wide range, and I don't know why not everyone, about 6 people got asked back. I don't know their reason for being asked back, except for 2, because they both read lines, which was Rebecca and Jenna. They were friends that I made during the process, and they're in my Snapchat group. But I'm really excited for them because that's really awesome, but I'm also really jealous of them because who wouldn't want to read lines for a casting director for a role, you know? So they asked about 6 people back to stay back, and you know, I'm super jealous of them, but I'm super happy for them because like that's awesome. That's what you want to do, you know, to get asked back to read lines or do something for the Disney company. We will hear if we get a yes to be a character performer or a no, that we don't get character performer by the end of October. So I have probably about a month to wait. And you know, it's gonna be difficult. I'm probably gonna check my email a lot, but I just gotta live my life and have lots of fun. And you know, I really enjoyed this experience. I have wanted to go to a Disney audition for a character performer for about 5 years now, like since I was a sophomore in high school. When I heard about it, I wanted to do it. So just being able to get the opportunity to do it and get this chance has been like incredible and the most exciting part of my Disney college program besides acceptance. And I'm super just happy that I made it to the final round. Basically, after the first cut and you learn your animation and your second dance, that's basically the final round, and you're in consideration for a character performer. So I love that I can say like I'm in consideration for a character performer at Disney. That just makes me super happy because my hard work paid off to be able to say that. And yeah, I'm gonna shut this down. So I highly encourage everyone out there, if you're interested in going to an audition just to see what it's like, do it. It's lots of fun. You don't have to be a dancer because they said some of their like best animators at Disney cannot dance at all. So you don't have to be a dancer, you just have to be able to animate a scenario and be really big with your motions. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe down below for more content, because in January I will be going to Disney World for the Disney College program, and I will be vlogging most to all of my journey. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!